I hosted a birthday party for my 10-year-old son and invited the whole family. Not a single relative showed up. Exactly 7 days later, my mother forwarded an invitation. My niece's sweet 16. $2,100 ahead. Venmo requested immediately. Not one word of regret. So I sent exactly $1. Memo line, congratulations. Then I changed every lock in the house and blocked every number. 2 days after that, 2 police officers stood on my porch. My name is Evan. I'm 33. Single father. I troubleshoot corporate networks for a paycheck and make spreadsheets for therapy. I know the exact price of eggs at 4 different stores and which one puts the good apple juice on the shelf before noon on Wednesdays. My son, Leo, is 10. He lives for Lego, gags at the sight of olives, and still believes I'm some kind of tech sorcerer because I can fix a knotted charging cable without cursing. We rent a small house with cracked siding, a patchy lawn, and a charcoal grill I dragged home from someone else's trash. My family lives 21 minutes away by GPS. I used to think that made us close. It doesn't. The morning of Leo's party was perfect grill weather. I hung sky blue streamers from the porch, picked up a sheet cake from the warehouse club with level 10 complete, piped in 8-bit letters. I rented a blow-up soccer dartboard and borrowed 8 folding chairs from the neighbor. 6 classmates showed up. The backyard smelled like coconut sunscreen and lighter fluid. I kept glancing at the street, waiting for familiar cars that never came. Mom had texted, wouldn't miss it for the world. Courtney, Coco's bringing goodie bags. Nate, we'll swing by after Legs Day. I lined 20 miniature water bottles along the railing like soldiers. I taped a garbage bag to the fence so the yard wouldn't look like a music festival the next morning. Every 15 minutes I refreshed the family group chat. Nothing. When the pizza guy arrived, I actually asked him to wait a minute, convinced a caravan was about to roll in. He glanced past me at the half-empty lawn and said, "Nah, man, you're good." 2 o'clock became 3. The sun slid west. Kids kicked their sneakers off and took turns blasting shots at the inflatable goal. The lady across the street carried over a second cooler of ice. "Big crowd?" she asked. I smiled so hard my cheeks cramped. At 3:11 my phone finally buzzed. "Mom, don't be dramatic. It's just a children's party. Not running late. Not so sorry." Just that sentence, flat and stinging. Leo ran over, face flushed, hair plastered to his forehead. "Dad, cake now? Can we sing?" "Of course, bud. Round everybody up." We sang. He extinguished all 10 candles in one proud breath. He'd been practicing in the bathroom mirror for days. He grinned with blue frosting on his teeth, and I clapped until my palms burned. Then I slipped inside to rinse the knife and breathe where no one could watch. The screen door sighed behind me. The group chat lit up again. "Courtney, we'll catch the next one. Today's chaos." A second later her story popped up on my lock screen. Bottomless mimosas, eggs Benedict, the caption self-care Saturday, even though it was Saturday. My mother sat in the corner of the photo, sunglasses indoors, raising a champagne flute. Nate's tattooed arm draped across both their chairs. I stood there holding a dripping cake knife, while kids cheered another goal outside. I set the knife down, wiped my hands, walked back out, past plates, and never mentioned the empty chairs. When the last friend left, Leo and I sat on the carpet surrounded by torn wrapping paper and built the Lego starfighter he'd begged for. He never once asked why Grandma didn't come. Maybe he already understood more than I wanted him to. At 8:04 p.m., after he passed out on the couch clutching a cold slice like a teddy bear, another voice note from Mom landed. "Don't blow this out of proportion, Evan. He's 10. He won't even remember." I stared at the dark ceiling until something inside me cooled and set like concrete. I didn't reply. I just started cleaning, folding the banner, counting leftover juice boxes, scraping hardened icing into the trash. That's what I do, put things back in their boxes. Then I flipped my phone over because if I read one more careless word I was going to type something that couldn't be deleted. I've always been the reliable one. The human USB fix. The emergency contact. I was 21 when Dad left. Mom handed me the keys to the house and said, "You're in charge now." Not a compliment. A job title. When Courtney launched her eyelash salon, I built the booking site and paid the hosting for 8 months. "I'll Venmo you the second I turn profit," she promised, air-kissing the words. Profit never arrived. When Nate wrapped his truck around a mailbox at 2 a.m., I took a personal day to hold his hand in traffic court. When Mom refused to rest with a 102 fever, I drove her to the ER at midnight. I've wired Nate rent money 4 different last times. Each came with the same sermon. Family takes care of family. Meanwhile, I learned to stretch ground beef 6 ways and still put cleats on Leo's feet when he outgrew the old pair mid-season. The day Leo was born, I swore he would never sit at a folding table wondering why the people who were supposed to love him most couldn't bother to show up. Money was tight more often than not. Daycare alone felt like paying rent twice. I still made it work. Side jobs, plasma donation when the orthodontist bill came, selling my electric guitar to cover an ER copay. My family's Instagram, on the other hand, looked like a resort brochure. Vineyard tours, sound bath retreats, Courtney's soft life season. Nate's leased truck he photographed more than he drove. When I once suggested Sunday dinners, Mom said, "Honey, my schedule is insane right now." That schedule always had room on the first of the month when someone needed $400 until Friday. Last fall, Courtney needed plane tickets to Tulum the night before departure. "My card's acting weird. Can you just throw it on yours?" "Monday, I'll send it right back." Monday never sent anything. December brought Mom's color-coded Christmas spreadsheet. "Let's split gifts evenly," it said in bold red. Evenly meant me. I bought Leo a coat that actually zipped, Mom the stand mixer she'd hinted at for 9 months, Courtney a fat gift card to her supplier, Nate the sneakers he posted flexing in. My gift was silence when I asked if anyone could bring a side dish next time. It adds up, not just in the banking app, in your sternum. Being the dependable one means you become infrastructure. They don't even notice they're standing on you. 2 mornings after the party, a new message exploded in the family chat. Caps lock, confetti emojis, urgency. "Mom, sweet 16, $2,100 PR person, Venmo ASAP. No excuses." Attached was a glossy PDF. My niece in a rhinestone crown, ballroom drowning in orchids, 5-course menu, live painter, dessert wall, champagne tower for minors, sparkling cider, sure. At the very bottom of the sponsor page, in gold foil script, "In loving memory of family unity, Mr. Evan Brooks." I had not been asked. I had not paid. Courtney had copy-pasted my headshot from LinkedIn. Then another message, Mom again. Also, "Evan, please cover Grandma too. She's on fixed income. Thanks, sweetie." 5 seconds later, Courtney. "Premium package or bust?" Also, "Evan, you're good with details. Can you organize the group gift?" Nate, open bar? "If yes, I'm an LOL. You got me +1 right, bro?" I set my coffee down before it scalded my hand. I opened the PDF again, zoomed on my unauthorized name, felt my stomach fold in half. That evening, while Leo did math homework and swung his legs under the table, I printed the sponsor page and laid it next to my budget worksheet. Left column, things I pay for. Right column, things they assume I will. Soccer registration. Mine. Nate's court fees. Mine. Courtney's domain renewal. Mine. Costco cake with pixel letters. Mine. $2,100 x 6. Theirs. The ink dried. I stared until the numbers stopped swimming. Next morning, Mom texted, "Evan, you're awfully quiet. Don't be difficult. She's only 16 once." Something in me went from simmer to absolute zero. I stopped at the hardware store on the way home from drop-off. New deadbolts. New knobs. New keys that would never be copied without my say-so. I waited until the family chat was popping, lunchtime, when they all post and tag each other like birds preening. I dropped the photo, our backyard mid-party. Sagging banner. Row of empty chairs. Half-eaten cake under plastic wrap. Caption, "You said you were coming." The replies arrived on script. "Courtney, why are you doing this here?" DM me. "Mom, Evan, we have lives. Saturdays are impossible." Nate, "Bro, chill. Kids don't remember parties." I posted screenshots of their original promises, then Courtney's brunch photo with Mom laughing in the background. Then I typed, slow and deliberate, "You missed your grandson/nephew's 10th birthday. 7 days later, you billed me $2,100 a plate for a cousin I see at funerals. You listed me as a sponsor without permission. You told the venue I'm paying the deposit. Here is my answer. No?" I opened Venmo, sent Mom $1. Memo, congratulations. I installed the new locks while Leo built a Lego tower on the living room floor. The deadbolt slid home with a satisfying thunk that echoed somewhere behind my ribs. Then I blocked every number, every app, every portal they had to me. Not out of spite. Out of oxygen. I needed quiet to stand my ground. By evening, the messages I couldn't see were surely piling up like unread scripture. At 7:42 the next morning, firm knocks. 2 officers. Responding to a welfare check. Reports of threats. Possible withheld property. Concern for a minor. Translation: paint me dangerous, accuse me of stealing a necklace that doesn't exist, and scare me with CPS. I invited them in. Leo waved from the couch with a mouthful of Cheerios. In the kitchen, I laid out the printed screenshots like a deck of cards. Empty chairs. Brunch photo. $1 Venmo. Sponsor page with my stolen name. Email withdrawing consent. The taller officer scrolled, lips twitching. This tracks. Any weapons in the home? Only plastic lightsabers and one very dull steak knife. Any custody orders? Nope. It's just us. The shorter officer glanced at Leo. You good, little man? Leo gave an enthusiastic thumbs up, milk on his upper lip. They left me their card and a quiet. We see this exact play more than you'd think. Keep records. Call if anyone shows up yelling. 10 minutes later, the venue emailed. Your name has been removed from all materials. We regret the error. That week the house felt taller. The air moved differently. The fridge hummed instead of bracing for impact. Leo asked at dinner, are we fighting with Grandma? I turned off the faucet. We're not fighting. We're resting. From people who forgot how to be gentle. He nodded like that was the most logical thing an adult had ever said to him. 2 days before the Sweet 16, Mom broadcast an apology that apologized for nothing. Schedules are hard. The event is an investment. Evan's stressed. Let's all move forward. That night the venue called my backup email. Just confirming. Your mother phoned saying you've decided to cover the remaining sponsorship balance after all. I laughed so hard the manager asked if I was okay. I told her if my name appeared again, I would be contacting a lawyer and every local news station that loves an entitled party scandal. The night of the actual party, Leo and I played horse at the park until the streetlights buzzed on. We bought chocolate shakes with the $5 bill he found in last year's coat pocket. We came home, built a Lego spaceship, and fell asleep on the couch under one blanket. I never looked at the tagged photos, the stories, the glittering excess paid for by guilt and credit. My Aunt Nora, Mom's older sister who still possesses a conscience, texted from an unknown number the next morning. The ballroom looked like Vegas threw up. Grandma couldn't see her salmon through the fog machine. Courtney screamed at the florist for using peach roses instead of blush. When the final bill hit the table, you could hear the ice crack in every glass. Your absence was the loudest thing in the room. I read it once, smiled, and deleted the thread. In the weeks after, life rearranged itself with the quiet efficiency of furniture finally placed where it was meant to be. I told my boss no more weekend on call. He said, about damn time. I signed Leo up for summer coding camp with the scholarship I actually applied for this year. I made a folder called Evidence and Peace. Every time the old guilt whispered, I dropped another screenshot in and the whisper choked. One neighbor kid mailed Leo a late birthday card with 2 crumpled dollars inside and a note. Sorry, we had another party. Your cake looked awesome. Leo taped the dollars to his bedroom door like medals. Some nights I still catch myself listening for a key in a lock that no longer exists. Then I look over at my son asleep with chocolate on his cheek or marker on his fingers, and I remember. The most expensive parties in the world can't buy what we already have in this small house with the new deadbolts and the humming fridge and the backyard that finally, truly, belongs to us.